So you're getting pain here too?
Yes, a bit. It's somewhere there.
Okay. And how's the nail feeling? Because this nail's quite thick over here.
Yeah.
Any discomfort with this one?
Yes, I think it needs cutting or something.
Okay. They all look like they need a good trim. And what I'm going to do is, with the thickness of the nail, I'm going to take them back as well.
All right.
So I'm going to reduce the height of what's happening.
Yes.
I'll have a look here as well to assess to see if you have any other underlying corns or anything like that.
Yeah,
in there.
sure.
Okay.
Yes.
And we'll take it from there. I'll be using a series of different tools that I'm going to use. They can look a little strange, but honestly, they'll literally just kind of feel like that. If at any point it's uncomfortable, just tell me and then I can change it.
No, sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we're just going to start with antibacterial as always.
Yeah.
And how long have your nails been slightly thicker?
Yeah, you see, the thing is, these nails, I think that they grow very, very quickly. I don't know why.
How often?
Because I know it's not long ago that I cut them, and I'm surprised that they've grown again, and yeah.
When did you cut them last? Was it like last week, 2 weeks ago?
I think about maybe 8 days ago.
8 days ago?
Yeah.
Wow, they do grow fast.
I know. That's why I'm surprised. Because you see, my fear is I try to cut them as often as I can, so that they don't damage my socks.
Absolutely.
Because you know, when you keep nails, and it's not only unhygienic, but it also affects your socks as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And how fast does your hair grow?
Yeah, that's a good question. I just had my haircut when? About a month and a half ago.
Month and a half ago?
Yeah.
Well, they say that your hair and your skin kind of grew at similar speeds because they made out the same property, keratin. So that's usually the kind of pattern that goes with that one.
Yeah, because you see, I'm thinking of going back to the barber shop again.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Yeah, I need a haircut again.
Like, what are you eating? You need to tell the audience.
You see, because you know, in summer, because now that we're getting into summer, it's always nice to have hair. I mean, short hair and.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was saying that I wanted to grow my hair out long, but I couldn't do it, so I just cut it. I was like, it's too hot. Can't deal with this anymore.
Oh, you cut yours as well?
Yeah. It was really long, and just recently I had it kind of chopped off a little bit because I thought, it'll grow again in the sun. Good old-fashioned vitamin D, eating healthy, you'll eat salads, you'll have all the fruits and vegetables that you need, and voila. You know? How's that feeling? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's yeah.
So good news with this one. Although you may have felt that it was painful, what you're feeling is painful is the friction that's coming from the shoes.
Okay.
And because that friction appears like, you're getting a lot of rubbing here, so it'll be sore, but there is no corn.
There's no corn. No?
There's no corn in this region at the moment. So that's a good news. You just have to be a little bit more careful about the shoes that you're wearing. Yeah. And especially in summer, like you very rightly said, you get more kind of heat now that we're getting in London. Yeah. And if there's more heat and you're standing, you're going to get a lot of swelling that can occur in the feet. And when they swell slightly, and if your shoes are slightly more narrow, you're going to get that rubbing that occurs here. So just be really mindful of that. And instead of the shoes, just have a look to see how they're fitting.
Like, where fitting, eh?
Yeah, so we'll look at the dimension here of the shoe, also the length, and the depth of the shoe, which is the space that you have in the toes. So if it's wide fitting, but the material is coming in really narrow here, it's going to be rubbing on the side.
All right, okay. Yeah? Yeah, that explains it, I think.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the slightly healthier nails looking first. Yeah. Have your toes ever been tested for fungal? Huh? Have your toenails ever been tested for fungal?
No.
No? Okay. And when did you start noticing the discoloration and the thickness coming through? When did you notice the change?
I didn't pay so much attention until, I started feeling like, especially the last one day, I started feeling like I was getting athlete foot. Okay. So I went into Boots and bought that spray for, yeah.
Okay. So if you're, one thing is if you do get athlete's foot, sometimes athlete's foot can also go, sort of the fungal aspects go into the nail as well. So that can cause a change in the appearance. It can cause a change in the smell, the texture of the nail. That's why I'm a little curious. And that's why I'm starting off with the healthy nails first. And leaving these two afterwards. We will just discuss later the things that you can do for fungal for your feet.
All right.
There we go. There we go. Is that comfortable still?
Yeah, this is still it's nice.
Yeah. I'm cutting them nice and short for you, so you won't have to worry about them too much.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. This toenail of yours is
actually
quite big, huh?
I think it's better what you're using than what I use because I've got the nail cutter and there's the nail cutters. I think you're doing a better job.
I have industrial strength ones. I'm cheating slightly, huh? There we go. I would say, if you do find it a little hard to cut the toenails, you can always soak your feet in salt water first and then cut them if you find it too hard.
All right.
Or try using...
For how many minutes?
10 minutes is fine. We're using kind of one of these tools rather than the nippers.
Yeah, but where do you get, that's the thing.
Oh, so I can't tell you where I get my one, because mine was obviously medical grade, but you can get sort of, I think there's a brand called Mavala. I think it's a Swiss brand, and they sell some, and a few German companies will also sell it too. It's worthwhile having a look. Just see whatever you feel comfortable with. Just cutting this one down.
Yeah, but where could you get them from?
Maybe pharmacy, I'm assuming, would probably have it. Or if you go to like I'm not sure Boots have it actually.
Boots.
It's worthwhile having a check. Now I'm going to use a device now.
Yeah.
And this device is going to go on the nails like I mentioned to you before.
Yeah, fine.
I'm going to start off with these ones first and then work our way on to here.
Yeah.
What you will feel is vibration.
Yeah.
Apart from that, not much. And again, if it's uncomfortable at any point, you just tell me and I can change it for you, okay?
Alright, fine.
How's that? That's okay?
No, that's okay.
Afterwards, the things that you can do for antifungal. Yeah. And then once you follow that, you can start using it since I've done this already, okay?
Alright, right.
Absolutely. I mean, this takes us years to master, and there's a way of doing it, so there's no pain or discomfort or anything. But I can't. Like, I still remember the very first time we had to use the machine like this. Yeah. We were with one of our lecturers, and he showed us different materials. And when he showed us different materials, he took out a disc, so we call it a Moore's disc, and he turned on the machine. Now the machine has many different frequencies, right? So he put it on a fairly high frequency, and he then said, okay, give me 1 second, and he took it out and he turned it on, And we were all kind of like, oh, what's going to happen? Very excited. And he took the machine and he turned it on. And he went onto the material and it sliced the material straight away on the highest frequency setting, right? And he goes, because of that, all patients, you have to treat them with the utmost care and gentle usage. Never abuse the power of the machine, right? So then we realized just how powerful it was, how kind of careful and how much skill you have to use to be able to use it so you feel it's pain-free, right? If you didn't use it correctly, people will find it's hot, it's uncomfortable, a sort of burning sensation. It's not good. So for the general public to be like, oh, I get a machine, I'm just going to use it. No, absolutely not. You see my point?
Yeah, you get the point. Yeah,
you never want to do that.
No, you might, Well, I think we just leave it with the professionals like you.
Yeah, I know they have those sort of more kind of like gentler ones that they use, which is like the pet egg and things like that people use. Very gentle, but again, those frequencies are very low, so the likelihood of damaging yourself is much less. So that's why they kind of like allow that to be on the market. But anything that we kind of use, unfortunately, I would not recommend that. How is that feeling? Is it okay?
It feels good.
Good.
Yeah, I think you've made my weekend.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely weekend at that too.
Yeah, this is wonderful. You've made my weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what I'll go through now is I'll go through all this stuff with you afterwards, but thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.